Good evening, everyone. Scott Maybor here, your financial Sherpa. Hope you all had a great day. A little different venue. Figure it's evening. I try to catch the setting sun behind the skyline. I don't know if you can kind of see it behind me, but there's the skyline of Boston. Just wanted to make a quick video. I posted an article this morning, but I think for some reason, even though I told it to post the article I was reading, it posted something else from the Motley Fools regarding 529 plans. So I'm sure many of you are familiar with 529 plans, especially if you have high school age kids. It is the go-to way to save for college in this country, and I would argue it is an absolutely horrible way to save for college. It's a terrible idea. Don't use them. That said, if you already have money in there, use it for college and just keep an eye on what the market's doing. But here's why I don't like them. One, if you don't know this, in Massachusetts, it's administered by Fidelity. And what does Fidelity do? They create mutual funds. So what's in your 529 plan, your kid's college account? Mutual funds. And what do mutual funds do with the market? They go up and they go down. So you could make money in a 529 plan, and it's tax-free, but you can also lose money in a 529 plan. Sorry for the plane. And if you, depending on timing, if your daughter or son is, a junior in high school and the market drops, so let's say it's 2008 and you have a junior in high school, well, they don't have time for the market to recover. You have a very short planning horizon there. So that's one reason I don't like 529 plans. The money goes in after tax like in a Roth, and the growth is tax-free, but there are other ways to do that as well. And just because this thing's labeled a college savings plan doesn't make it any better. There's also restrictions on how the money is used, because anything the government gives you, they also have some restrictions. So if you don't use it for education, there's a 10% penalty plus the tax. So let's say someone decides not to go to college, goes to the military, goes to the trades, gets a full scholarship, does Peace Corps, whatever it is. If you don't use it for qualified higher education, you pay a 10% penalty. So much for your growth, and arguing if that's a good thing or not. Third reason I don't like it is the first question on the FAFSA after you fill out your name and address is how much money you got in your 529 plan. The more money you have, the less aid you get. So you're saving money in something that's market-based, which will go up and down, something that has all kinds of restrictions and penalties on it, and hurts your financial aid status. It's a great way to save for college. This is why the state and the federal government and Fidelity all want you to utilize the 529 plan. The plans I use when I'm saving for college, plane. The plans I use when saving for college also have tax-free growth, but very importantly, do not hit the FAFSA. There is no effect on financial aid because it's not reportable to the colleges. So no downside on aid and no downside on market growth. If the market drops, this will not lose money. Can you have growth in it? Of course you can have growth in it. Tax-free, safe growth that doesn't impact your 529, doesn't impact your financial aid. And more importantly, if junior gets a full boat scholarship to Harvard, you don't have to worry about figuring out how you're going to spend the money on college to avoid the 10% penalty. You can spend it on anything you want. Most importantly, this is a combination savings plan for both college and retirement. You don't have to separate the two. In this country, we have these buckets. This should be one account that grows safely that you can now use for both college and retirement. No risk, no taxes, no FAFSA, one account. You borrow from this account at 0% to pay for college. You pay it back, the money's there for your retirement, and all the while, the money's growing. You can borrow at 0%, the money continues to grow. If you have any questions, give me a call. I apologize for the plane noise. Hope you all have a great evening. Talk soon.